And welcome everyone as we are back with a Halloween episode here on the Waste where we play a one shot of whatever we're playing. This is going to be Halloween special, people. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much, Pi. Thank you so much, Ramses, for being here. Thank you so much, Burger, for the subscription. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween to everybody. Uh, we have a one shot Halloween spectacular. This will be the last RPG session of the year for us, so we thank you so much for hanging out. We are going to be playing the Demon House of Shogieville with our amazing cast here. As we're going to go ahead and do some introductions. My name is Scott, aka Mr. Shogi 3000s. I will be your spook master this evening. As well, we have the amazing Ran 118. How are you this evening, good sir? That is a good point. There you go. Sorry about that. Just start that off again. Let's do it again. Starting off with Mr. Ran 118 playing Rev this evening, the Jedi Knight. How are you this evening, good sir? Oh, forgive me. Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. We have as Aquaman this evening, playing Voldo, aka Mike. How are you this evening, good sir? Fair enough. Fair enough. Playing Gideon, my good friend, as old version of Gideon here, or I'm not exactly sure. Mr. Richard Keith. There you go. Mr. Richard Keith, how are you doing this evening, good sir? Yes, happy Halloween to everyone. And as Payday Johnson, we have playing the doc, your favorite doctor, your favorite payday act wielding doctor, Mr. Shane. How are you doing this evening, good sir? Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful. We again thank you so much for everyone who's hanging out with this evening. We do truly appreciate it. Again, as this is our final RPG session of the year, we're very thankful that you hung out with this evening. Um, we're gonna jump in to our session here, which is called again the Demon Manor of Shogieville, our Halloween spectacular. We do have a special guest, as you see. The Gravekeeper will be here with us this evening. So we're going to jump right in. We have a lot of killing to do. I mean, cool things to do. And I'm probably going to pass out because I can't breathe in this mess. But we're gonna push through. Here we go. Starting off with our Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, if you don't mind, could you introduce yourself and show us who will be leading our group this evening? There he is, the Gravekeeper himself. Gravekeeper, this is the name that you've been known by for the past 5 years. Previous to that, your name was Otis. But it's been a dark and eerie evening for you, with the sounds of distant winds blowing through the trees and the muffled sounds of cawing crows. The moon is slightly obscured from the incoming clouds, and then it slowly disappears, and the first drops of rain seem to fall upon the ground. The light of the drops upon the rain are now revealed as the clouds move past, and a full moon now illuminates the skies in front of you, as well as the ground below. This evening you had a dream. You had a vision that something was coming from the cemetery, and you feel drawn to see if there's anything to this overwhelming thought. Your mind is split, though, as the town folks have been on your back to find out exactly what has been going on inside the manor for the past 3 days. Lord Shogi von Shogi has been dead for 4 years, but even outside the walls, it feels like he still watches over you from above in the windows like he had previously before. His daughter is now the benefactor of his estate, your new master, but you've only really seen her once or twice. This new master, a lady Jaina von Shogi, now sits within the demon manor itself. It's dark, dark secrets that it holds. She's been holding a grand party for the past 2 days. It's been non-stop EDM crazed rave. But then today, there was a single blood-curdling scream from the house, and all has now gone silent. And this is how it's been for the past 10 hours. The town has been in an uproar over the party that has lasted these 3 days and 3 nights, and it's been pure horror upon the town itself. They've come to you as the only person employed by the Von Shogis, the only person that is actually relatively likable upon the Von Shogis as well. The town comes to you, Gravekeeper Otis. The Gravekeeper who takes his job extremely, extremely important, takes great pride in that job, and unfortunately for the past 6 months has taken up the duties of groundskeeper as well, after all of a sudden the groundskeeper, aka Rufus, has suddenly disappeared. You've inherited this prized position from the previous gravekeeper, a skag, who as well, interestingly and surprisingly, has disappeared. Again, the town has been in an uproar, and today, even though after the screams from the house and the dead has gone dead, and for some unknown reason, there seems to be an only unsettling growl coming from inside that you've actually never heard before. You yourself had no real business inside the house. You've only actually been in the house once, and that was in the first day of your employment, where you met and signed the contract, eternal contract, with Lord Shogi von Shogi. You always found him quite admirable. He treated you well when you were merely just drifting from town to town. The Gravekeeper has taken it upon himself now to handle this crazed Lady Jaina, whatever is going on inside that house, as a duty that he will do for the late Lord of the Manor, as well as for the patrons and the residents of this wonderful town that you've now found yourself in and a part of. Lady Jaina, for the past 3 days, has had a crazed, wild, rowdy bunch of aristocrats who previously were always invited to a grand gala. But ever since the cheese popped in, it's been rave nights every Halloween. You're sick and tired of that crap. Because number one, the music sucks. Number two, you haven't had a wink of sleep in the past 3 days. As you pull yourself up and you pull yourself together, you strap upon you your trusty shovel that was passed down upon you from the previous gravekeeper. You're holding on, hanging delicately from the top of that handle of the shovel itself is the lantern of the eternal flame, the blue flame that illuminates and is the power itself of Shogiville, a gift that has been imparted onto you by the late Lord Shogi. You can hear the vision, you can hear the voice of that silver thrush who told you that tonight you would have to enter the manor, that you would have to be face to face with Lady Jaina, and unfortunately, those that she still employs. The chef, Walter, the housemaid, Nico, and who else might be inside. Lady Jaina doesn't like you. You don't like Lady Jaina. She's a 21-year-old spoiled bitch. And this is time that she be taught a lesson. But you were told by the Silver Thrush that you will not go in empty handed, that friends always will be called upon. Friends from the past, friends from the future, even friends from the present. You were told, Gravekeeper, to go up to the graveyard that you have been taken care of over the past 4 years, to find 4 unmarked graves and wait for a sign. For our gentlemen, for Rev, for Doc, for Gideon, and for Voldo. You each remember falling asleep and immediately are taken by a dream of a single house, and the sounds of growling that seems to be coming from inside. You feel, though, as if you're staring up at this house from your back, as if you're lying down, looking up toward it. You can hear the sounds of cawing from the crows. Caw, caw. You can hear the sounds of the wind now blowing through the leaves upon the ground as you can see them tumble on past you. You begin to feel as if your breathing is becoming heavy now, almost burdened. And at last you feel the gentle raindrop now falling upon your brow as clouds begin to cover over the skies above you. The night grows dark. The clouds give way to a full moon, and then your eyes grow even more tired, and you drift away, and you find sleep. It's a sleep within a sleep. Then you hear the growling again, and you each wake up, finding yourselves inside a coffin, buried alive. You and your lungs immediately want to scream out, but they get immediately filled with the dust and the dirt that is now seeping in to the coffin themselves. You gasp, you cough, your lungs begin to start burning. You can barely hear the sounds of a distant muffled humming from above you and a rusty metal swinging sound from a lantern or such. Gravekeeper, you make your way up to the hill just below the house, and there you see the graveyard. You look around, and you don't necessarily initially find these unmarked graves, but nestled up into the corner near a tree where 4 ravens are perched up just above, you notice 4 unmarked graves. For our gentlemen who are in the coffin, what would you like to do? More like you're just kind of punching, because that's about all the arm room you. Doc, what would you be doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Excellent. Voldo, you're relatively claustrophobic. You hate being in here. What would you be doing? Yes, that's for you. You're claustrophobic. Sure. Doesn't matter. Just roll. It's Halloween. 6 in? Ooh. You take a look around and you see you're nailed in here pretty good, buddy. Okay, yeah, you're nailed in pretty good, buddy. Knees and toes, you got it. Absolutely. Gideon, you're a big guy. You're not small. And this is cramped space, buddy. What would you be doing? Are you guys muted? Well, hold on a second. I might have. Hold on one second. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
I hear you.
Yep. Yeah.
Can everybody else hear me in chat?
Oh.
There we go.
I think now I think we're all on.
Can you guys? Oh, it's fixed. Okay. I am sorry, guys. You missed the most important thing. And done. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Either way, these guys are trapped inside coffins buried underneath the ground.
I think
And
you
we're
need
just-
to change your scene back, though.
That's the point. I've been hitting wrong buttons all night, evening. These gentlemen are all in buried coffins underneath the ground. They are buried alive, and we're finding out exactly what they're trying to do to get themselves out. As the gravekeeper is walking around above and just found the 4 unmarked graves there for them. Gideon, you're locked in. What do you want to do?
Oh, I was gonna check to see if there was any. Are there any like loose spots in the coffin, or like any cracks or anything?
No, you've been buried in there pretty good, buddy.
I guess I'm just gonna like try to bang on the thing to see if anything gives way.
Okay. I'd like all of you to roll awareness, to see if you notice the muffled humming growing closer and closer to you.
I rolled a 3. 3 out of 12 is what I rolled.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I kind of 3.
Doc?
6.
6, okay.
7.
Voldo and Doc notice that there's a humming that seems to be growing, that is above them, that seems to be coming closer and closer.
No, Philly. Hey. Come on, poor man.
They start to begin to bang on the roof of that coffin. Gravekeeper, you can hear the noise of something, at least on the closest 2 graves there next to you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna mosey on over to the closest one. And I'm gonna stand above it, like kind of looking around, seeing where the sounds come from.
Okay. You immediately notice that it's coming from the 2 just below you. And as you kind of stand and you get closer and you look over, you hear caw caw from the ravens themselves.
Caw-caw! Oh man. Ah!
You obviously speak Raven. Excellent.
Mhm. Mhm. I guess I'm gonna slowly place the lantern down. I'm gonna
Okay.
dig a shovel right into the ground.
Ooh, you go for it.
I'm gonna go for it. Just humming to myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Dig away. Give me just a power. You know what? Give me an athletics check. Roll a d12 for me, good sir, please.
11.
Oh, you just go. Well, you know what? You are a professional grave digger. You go ham bone on this, and just like do do tink. You hear do do do. You find the coffin itself, and then you hear banging from the other side. Do 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 do.
And I'm gonna try to rhythmically knock on it and see if they knock the same way back.
How do you rhythmically knock?
Four short knocks.
Doc. All of a sudden, there are 4 short rapping directly on top of you, coming from just outside the top of this coffin.
Boom, 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 boom. Get me out of here!
You hear this.
I'm gonna punch through the wood.
Of course you are.
Yes, I'm a freaking gravekeeper.
Yeah.
I hear a voice. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
break through there.
Like he just he punches through. Immediately you see a fist just plow right through it. And then he just kind of grabs it and just rips the whole top off. And there before you stands the gravekeeper. Tell us exactly, for the good doctor and for everyone else, what does the gravekeeper look like on an evening like this?
He has raccoon eyes.
Of course.
Yes. He's massively jacked, like he's gigantic. Like he's been on 6 cycles of steroids his entire existence. Straggly hair, and it's just slicked back with a little hat on top.
Absolutely.
A little hat, a tiny hat. And he has a monocle and a Monopoly Man mustache.
I mean, it's the best looking gravekeeper that you've ever seen.
You know it. You know it.
Solid.
You come face to face with the doctor. Good doctor. I would like you to describe to the gravekeeper exactly how you look, but I want you all, each one of you, to know that each one of you are dressed in your Sunday best. You are all in your primo suits, the best suits that money can buy, because that's how you were buried. So, based on that knowledge, how exactly does the doctor present himself to this jacked gravekeeper?
I've got a duster type 20 style jacket, black, with a very dirty white, super sharp collared shirt.
Of course. No, there's not a speck of dirt on you. You are pristine.
Oh, okay. Well, then it is gleaming white.
Oh, of course. Clorox gleaming white.
That's right. I've got a metallic type colored forest green tie. Okay. And a nice 20 style fedora on my head.
Okay.
And I'm rocking some old school specs, round, very thin frame.
Excellent. What do you say to your savior, who merely wades into you?
You're alive?
I think I am. What the hell are you?
What the hell are you doing in that hole? Get out!
Gladly. I thought I would never get out of here.
So what did you do, man? This isn't normal.
Well, either is getting saved by some giant man with a little hat. My God. Where did you come from?
I work here.
But
you're in a graveyard, man.
Do you see any other?
Are you gonna get out of that hole, or am I gonna have to pick you up, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb out. Give me a hand.
Yep. I give him a hand.
Jump out.
Because I'm jacked.
Absolutely. But
I'm
immediately,
just kind of scoping the scene.
yeah, you're scoping the
Who
scene.
are you? Who are you? How did you find these graves? How did you find me?
Immediately as you're having this conversation, Voldo's like, do.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna go over to there and I'm gonna immediately start digging at the other sound of the grave.
Don't even need to worry about it.
Hurry up,
that
man.
roll allows you to get through all these guys, but you just go ham bone on this one. Immediately, Voldo, you hear
I think my friends might be buried here.
and the sounds of
That's got to be Voldo.
And they're starting to get girly and they're getting higher and higher pitched each time.
Absolutely. You're starting to like pass out. You're like,
what the hell do these guys do? You're fucking making me work double tonight. Ah!
You
got another shovel?
No, he does not have another shovel because the shovel is a granted gift.
Well, I'll just happily watch you dig then, man. You got to hurry. This cat doesn't like tight spaces.
That's what working men do. Here we go.
Immediately,
I'm gonna like check myself. I'm gonna like
tombstone. I'm not sorry. You say another coffin.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna punch through the wood.
Punch through the
wood. Yeah, punch it through the wood again.
You see a big fist just right through as you're gasping for the last. You're gasping before you want to pass out due to hyperventilating, and then immediately, the whole top just gets ripped off, and in front of you is a massively jacked up guy.
I'm gonna just straight up scream like a girl. I would do it if I could get my voice high pitched, but yeah, no, high pitched squeal.
Okay. This is how you've been introduced to Voldo, Gravekeeper.
I'm gonna look back at Doc and be like, you know this guy?
I do. That's Voldo. If he's buried here, then I got a couple other friends that might be close by.
Oh my god!
I hope you're ready.
I'm just gonna start heading over to the other two spots.
Absolutely.
And do my job.
As you get
I'm gonna pull Voldo out. I'm gonna reach in. Voldo, grab my hand.
I'm a little annoyed that I have to do double work.
Yeah.
As you go over to the other two graves, you hear caw caw
caw. I immediately know. Dig these graves. Hurry up. Yeah.
There you go.
Like the crow said.
Absolutely. The next one up, again, I'd like you to just roll a little athletic check. You know what? Roll power as well, because I want to see just like because you're so jacked. Like you're just high on creatine. You're just like injected in.
20.
Yeah. Okay. You just pick up dirt and you just move everything. At this point, you're like shoveling and moving, and you reach another coffin. As the last amount of air reaches the lungs of Gideon, and you find yourself passing out, a big fist powers right through the middle and rips off the top.
Excellent.
And as your eyes focus, you look up, and there's Voldo. There's the good Doc. And in front of you is this jacked up man who looks like this guy. What do you do, Doc? I'm sorry, what do you do, Gideon?
Oh, I just like I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, did I just have another bender or something? It's like I just woke up and I'm in a grave. Like
I'm gonna slap him. I'm gonna slap him.
You just slap him.
Gideon calls this.
Wake up, man! Wake up!
Gideon just calls this Tuesday.
He just calls it Tuesday. Exactly. Gideon, as you're just there contemplating all these things, the big, large man bends down and just gives you a cold, hard slap across your face. You take that
Get out of the hole,
I
boy!
kind of like
Come
I'm
on!
like more lucid. And have like, should I do a check to see if I'm stunned or something? Or...
No, he didn't hit you that hard. He's more than aware of his power.
I'm like, oh hello, who are you?
Yeah.
Get out of the hole! Get out! Get
I
out!
want to get out of the hole, and I just like kind of like crawl out.
Voldo, I think I'm gonna need your help with this one.
I'm gonna scan around and see the last spot, and I'm
The
gonna
last one.
rush over to there.
The last one. This one though, Rev's been holding his breath and just focusing his chi. He's just like, oh, as all of a sudden, a powerful hand just barrels through the wood top.
When the hand appears, I want to grab that hand like a ninja. Like,
Ooh. The hand gets grabbed from
There's
the
an
side.
embrace. There's like a weird aura going on.
You
And
immediately
I'm gonna
found
pull
if
out.
he pulls,
I'm
he
gonna
wants to
immediately
yeah,
pull.
he wants to ride the fist out.
Yeah, exactly.
You ride. He pulls you through the wood, and he's like holding you like 2 feet off the ground as he kind of like. Do you place him down or do you like give him a good
No,
toss?
kind of like epically pull him out. So I'm kind of like
Sure.
not tossing him a little, you know.
Okay. He's in your hand and he's about 2 feet off the ground, like you're just holding this guy. And before you is Rev. Rev, explain to us what you look like to the grave people.
Rev in his Sunday best would have all of his cybernetics newly polished and shined
Ooh,
to a mirror finish,
fun.
while instead of the normal black he wears, he would actually have a snow white cloak
Huh.
and a very pristine gray, I would call it Western style suit on, with complete with some nice black boots.
Interesting. This is what
I'm
you
gonna look-
see, Gravekeeper.
Would you just get married? Get up! Get out of the hole! Who are you?
Get married. I was stuck in a hole and wait, your voice sounds very familiar.
Enough about that. Why are you all here?
Immediately as you turn and you pose this question to the other ones, Voldo, you kind of dust yourself off and you're obviously you're getting the fresh air. What exactly does Voldo look like to the rest of the group in his Sunday best?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with he's wearing a leather kilt
Oh,
and a leather vest
course.
with it,
absolutely.
as well as a black, like cape, like vampire cape on,
Mm-hmm.
with red trim around it.
Talk about Sunday's best. Well done,
Right.
Gideon.
So
You
we
guys
tried it
know that
somewhere.
you've been pulled up with the help of Voldo and the good doc here. You dust yourself off. What does Gideon look like in his Sunday best?
He's wearing like a corduroy 70s style suit with like Chelsea boots,
Ooh,
and he's got like sideburns. And
only in this
in this
chat,
universe,
in this session, can anyone ever say Chelsea boots? I don't even know what that means. It just sounds cool.
Boots.
Okay. Does he have a nice trim beard?
yeah, his beard is like it's much nicer than this, but he has like kind of pulled down and it's been knotted up a little bit.
Excellent. Excellent. Gravekeeper, you pose this question to these newfound individuals that you've just pulled out from a freaking grave. He merely looks at you all and he poses the question, what are you guys doing here?
Rev looks at the others and goes, do you guys remember getting buried? I just remember falling asleep last night.
It sounds like you've been going to that party. These parties.
Party? What party? We don't
I
go to
don't remember any
parties.
party.
These kids keep passing out in my graveyard. And you, buried alive, you're going to these parties. You're not welcomed here. All of you, get out.
Buried alive.
Never mind that.
Was this some kind of prank?
He seems pretty pissed that you've showed up in his graveyard.
Mister, I haven't been to a party in years, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to point to the manor.
Yes, And what he sees, and he points behind you, up upon a hill, is a late 1800s Victorian manor. It's actually well kept, but there is a spooky eeriness to it as it sits upon a hill. For everyone who wants to get an idea, it looks a little bit like that if you do see it on the stream. I will leave it up there. That's kind of what it looks like. It's about 3 stories. It has a nice porch that seems to wrap completely around. You do notice immediately, though, that all the windows seem to be at least shut or boarded up. There doesn't seem to be any light, except from a light at the very, very top. It seems to be maybe the main bedroom. There doesn't seem to be any music that's coming from it, but the gravekeeper is adamant that that's the place where those bloody kids are having that party. Yes, it's a generic horror house. It's a great one. It looks beautiful. It looks wonderful.
Bravo.
It used to look better. It had better days. But that was back when Lord Shogi von Shogi was alive. Lord Jenna doesn't
And I was
take care
younger.
of it as much. So when he provides this entry to you and he shows you the manor behind him, you each notice in that very moment that there seems to be a low humming growl that seems to be coming from the manor itself.
Reb's gonna say, "What kind of party's got some weird animal making growling noises? You sure there's a party and not like a zoo in there?"
I've been working most of my life for this family, and this little bitch comes out of nowhere, and I'm not even allowed in the building anymore, so I can't even tell you. But obviously, you all know, sleeping in my graveyard, partying all night. You're trespassing.
Well, I say we crash the party.
Reb looks at the doc.
I'm in.
What party? There's no party. I don't see a party.
I love how
Obviously,
Voldo and the doc say, "Let's crash the party," but there's like no party going on.
Hey, I'm just going by what this gentleman said. It sounds like something's going on.
Reb's
Let's
gonna
go
look at the
check out the
gravekeeper and say, "How do you know there's a party?
They party every night."
Who's they?"
And I point back at the manor.
And when Reb looks at the manor, what does he see? It's just
He sees
no lights or anything.
the manor with no lights except for the single light up at the very, very top. And again, as he points, you hear a low growl coming from it.
Rev goes, "Do you hear that growl, gravekeeper dude?"
I obviously hear that too,
Oh,
right?
of course you do.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, of course.
But that doesn't
Yeah.
stop the fact that there's been a party.
Can we all just roll investigation real quick? If
Sure.
we all hear it, put a roll for
Yeah,
it.
no,
at
you
least.
you guys all hear it. You know, there's something that's just not too
Why
on
don't
the up and up with what's going on here.
I'm gonna look at Rev. If you don't believe me about a party, then let's go up to the front door right now.
Ooh.
Sure.
All of
Rev
us.
wants to grab like
All
his
of us.
sword and realize
I'm
he
tired
doesn't
of
have
this.
realize he doesn't have a sword and be like, "Where's Callisto's edge? Where's my sword?"
Yeah, each one of you noticed that your weapons that you've grown quite accustomed to are not there. They've been
What the hell?
replaced by other things.
Holy crap! I didn't even notice this thing. I didn't even notice this thing hanging around my.
Yes, hanging
neck
around
there.
the doc's shoulder is an old Tommy gun. Strapped to the back of the old Voldo there is a lever action rifle. In a nice holster on the right side of his hip is an old Mauser C96 on Rev. And a double barrel shotgun is dangling from your shoulder, Sarge.
And I got a shovel.
And you have a shovel and you have a lantern.
Correct.
Immediately he bring force. If you have an issue with the party, follow them up to the front of the door. You gentlemen agree.
I'm gonna have my rifle ready. I'm just gonna pull it instead of in back of me. I'm gonna move it around to the front where I'm like easier access. You know.
What's up with you, boy? I'm just saying we're going to the manor. We're not shooting people.
I'm just checking out this gun. I've never seen it before.
What the hell are you guys on?
This could be a rowdy party, gravekeeper dude. So
Yeah, we're kind of used to getting attacked.
I'm not used to waking up in the middle of a graveyard with a gun attached to my back.
My
other weapons.
I'm gonna lead them the way, but I want to like shake my head occasionally. Like these people are confusing me. Like they just make no sense. I think they're high on drugs.
Absolutely.
So
you keep thinking that these are just. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna find out they're just some pathetic, nosy little 15-year-old.
Yeah.
They're drunk and they've been passed out and they've stuck themselves in graves that were for other people who are gonna die.
Yeah.
But they follow you up relatively without any problem. And as you make your way up to the staircase to the front porch, you stop, and right next to the porch is a tree. And hanging over the tree is a branch, and there you see, again, the 4 crows. As you reach up to the manor, the crows go, caw-caw, caw-caw.
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
Rev wants to shoot a crow.
Immediately, you fire. One of the crows just explodes immediately, and the other 3 don't even move. They just kind of turn and go.
I'm gonna look at Rev too. I'm gonna give an evil eye back at Rev too.
Like Rev goes, them damn crows were calling at me ever since I got here.
Nice shot, Rev.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take and just pop another crow too.
Okay. With that one, he just wrapped that. Shoots another crow. Boom! And it just explodes.
And then I'm just gonna look around.
The other 2 don't even move. They don't even seem concerned. They just look and just go. Caw-caw.
Stop shooting the damn crows!
Guys, I'm pretty sure the crows aren't the ones that buried us.
They're just birds, guys.
Has anybody noticed how the crows haven't run away? Crows haven't run away yet? Nothing?
Oh, that is pretty odd.
Weird.
You're weird, okay? I just saved you.
Pretty sure these crows
being buried alive. And you
Rev
can't
wants
even
to
tell me
poke
how you got there.
Sarge. Say, Sarge, shoot one of them. Shoot it.
Sarge, shoot him.
The sergeant's gonna like nudge one of the crows with the shotgun, like boom, boom.
Because it's a double barrel shotgun, and you've actually never used one before. You actually fire both shots, and it just explodes the other 2. And you're like, "Whoa! What the heck?"
Yeah, nice shot, Sarge.
Yeah.
Damn crows had it
Immediately, there's no more crows, and you look up, Gravekeeper, and immediately 4 more manifest, and they go, caw-caw.
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
Okay, so this is creepy, right, guys?
Caw-caw.
Do we hear the Gravekeeper talking to these crows?
Absolutely.
Are these friends of
like
yours?
whisper to the doc, like, have you ever heard anybody talk to crows before?
Yeah, does anybody speak crow?
I was just gonna say, are these friends of yours, Grave Man?
Well, these guys are new because you just killed the other 4, but
Where did they come from?
I do speak crow. They
You
come from
absolutely speak crow.
yeah,
Absolutely.
they come from a tree down the street, I guess. I don't know.
Of course.
We never get into it like that.
They come from the corner of Crow Street and Raven Boulevard.
If you talk crow, what the hell are they saying to you?
Well, I can tell you this: they don't like you guys.
Well, I don't like them either. But what are they saying?
They really ain't saying anything. They're just cawing.
You're not very fluent in crow, are you? You're just fooling around.
I'm gonna point at Rev. Knock on the door.
Just trying to distract us, guys.
Rev's gonna be like, fine. He's gonna walk up and take his revolver and like bang on it with the butt of his revolver.
Okay.
Hey, who's in there?
As you walk up onto the porch, into the landing itself, the manor itself is a home. It's relatively grand. In the front seems to be 2 double doors that are made of heavy oak with a nice light brown coloration to it. And upon it is etched in an ornate wood carving of vines around the outer parts of the door and crows sitting within trees upon the door itself. Next to the handles is a large V and a large S. You imagine it's probably for Von Shogi. The doorknobs are made of brass, and they're carved in the style of 2 wings. They turn downwards to unlock. The porch lights now seem to flicker on and off as you get closer and closer to the door. You can hear light breathing now from just beyond the door, Rev. This Victorian-style windows that are just on the first floor in front of you all seem to have their drapes and shutters closed to keep out prying eyes. The welcome mat on the floor says, "Home is where the dead are." Immediately, you shake your head and you look down again and it says, "Home is where the heart is." It's hard to truly determine the age of the home. It seems very well kept, and the wood on the porch is free of any damage from any termites or any environments from wind. The house itself seems to be extremely sturdy and unwavering, very solid. The paint seems to be uncracked and well preserved. A dark green ivy coloration upon dark oak wood trimmings aligns and frames the manor itself. Iron sculptures of ravens adorn the overhang that sit above the home. The crows caw again as you get closer. Caw-caw! As you reach the door. You pound on the door?
Yeah, with the butt of my gun. I go, hey, open up. Who's in there?
You hear nothing. There is only silence.
I want to be standing at the front door as well. With next to Rev.
Joins you.
Yeah.
Next to there.
Rev's gonna kind of look at him sideways, like, I knocked on the door. There's nobody home. What kind of party is this?
I'm gonna put my hand against the door and see if it moves. If I push it, it doesn't.
But you do remember that long ago, Lord Shogi did give you a key in case of any emergency.
I'm gonna start jumbling through. Remembering that, I'm gonna start jumbling through my keys.
Of course, you have a ring full of the.
Like hundreds, yeah, like bang.
Every gate, every 7-Eleven, everything. You find it. A single gold key. You place the key in.
I'm gonna hold it up like I'm holding money.
Ooh, you each see this.
You had a key, then why'd I have to knock on the door? Crazy old man.
And then I just stick it in the lock and unlock.
He immediately sticks it in, turns it, you hear the tumblers unlock. And you place your hands on the wing doorknobs and you push down. And the door opens.
Rev's backing up as he opens the door.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm staying still.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my Tommy ready.
Okay. Voldo?
I missed out. Sorry, what was that?
What are you guys doing as he goes to open the door?
I'm standing kind of right behind. I'm trying to stand behind the Undertaker.
Gravekeeper? Okay. What about you, Serge?
Am I near any of the windows right now?
You could make your way around, but they are all essentially covered up.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm just gonna kind of ready the shotgun and back up about 5 feet or so.
Okay. As you open up the door, Rev right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
The Doc next to him, behind Voldo, and the Sarge bringing up the rear. As you swing the door open, Gravekeeper. You immediately feel a strong gust of wind blow right through you from the side that almost knocks you guys over. It makes you actually take a few steps back, almost pushes Voldo back down the stairs off the porch itself, though he does hold his footing. Immediately, Voldo, you notice that that wind that had gone through you from the front seems to now be coalescing behind you, and it pushes you directly, all of you, from the back right inside the manor, almost shoving you through like a heavy hand as you fall onto each one of the other. Voldo falling on top of the gravekeeper. Sarge falling on top of Rev, and the Doc falling directly inside. The door slammed behind you. You hear,
what the hell? Gravekeeper, what game are you playing here?
What game are you playing? You were here. Partying.
What? You just dug us out of graves. We were partying.
You were the one who told us a party was going on here.
Why were you in the graves? Tell me why you were in the graves.
I'm pretty sure you got to start answering questions first at this point.
You are the gravekeeper. I'm sure you buried a lot of people.
Ooh.
You should know why we were in the graves.
Well, normally I do know all that, but in this instance, I walked up and they were all unmarked. How am I to know? Maybe there's paperwork I could go find out.
Oh, is there like an office in here or something? I mean,
well, down at my house, yeah.
I just want to know what is it about this place that led you to believe there was any type of party happening? This looks like a death house. We just got forced into this place.
There's obviously parties going on here. They've been going on for weeks, months. This Lady Von Shogi is the worst.
Can we like look around and see if we see anything in this room that makes it look like there's any sort of party that's happened?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I'll roll an investigation check here.
Absolutely. You go for it. Anybody else wants to roll an investigation check? Go ahead.
Yeah.
11.
Oh, there's nothing.
7.
This place is pristine.
Is it like old or new? What?
It's inside. It's a Victorian-like manor.
Okay.
It's very rich. It's very to-do.
Is it lit up?
As you guys kind of pull yourself up, all the sconces around start to light up, and you see that there's some oil lanterns that are on the walls as well, and it begins to illuminate the foyer. The foyer, essentially, all as it is a foyer that has connection to a study, to a water closet, and to a cloak rack. The foyer is probably no more than 15 feet. That opens up and leads into the staircase that leads to the upper floors. But as you do look, down beyond the staircase, just in front of you, seems to be another set of double doors, where there are 2 guys standing there reading books and have no idea that you've just showed up.
I'm gonna just point to them so one of these 4 could see the 2 guys.
Rev sees him and is like, are those the party people you were talking about? Teenagers or something?
Yeah, this seems like a rager here, Grave Man.
I'm gonna point at Doc. All right, go talk to him.
Me? This is your turf.
You're sleeping in my graveyard because you were here. Let's go. And I'm gonna walk with him up to these guys.
Yep. He kind of
Rev's
like
gonna
leads
follow
you
right
away.
behind.
Okay.
You guys want to cover me?
Voldo?
Yeah, Rev's gonna be right behind.
Start back and like letting other people pass me. I'm gonna get like closer to the back at this point.
Sure. Okay. What about you,
Start
Sarge?
really kind of paying attention.
Sure.
Sarge doesn't see any ale being served here. It looks like so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Immediately he's just like, what kind of party is this?
Yeah, it's
No
like, what kind of
drink.
party?
No drink. Fine. You follow the
Yeah,
group?
so I'm just gonna follow to the table too.
Okay. As you get closer and closer, you pass the large staircase that you can see is with a beautiful wood railing. It's just made out of probably just the nicest and finest oaks and maples. The room itself is painted and decorated in a nice crimson red. Call it the Red Room. You notice that there's bookcases here on this bottom floor and some paintings of crows and some other random birds that don't make any mind to anything specifically or ring any bells to anything previous to anything for you guys. As you get closer and closer to these two individuals, you notice that they are in complete black formal attire. They are wearing nice jackets with tails, nice, well-shined shoes, bow ties. Their hair is slicked back into a ponytail, and upon closer investigation, you notice they seem to both be twins. As you get closer and closer, again, they pay you no mind, as they merely sit there and they read their book, but you begin to hear music from behind the door. It seems to be that of gentle piano playing.
Rev's gonna like tap on the doc's shoulder and be like, "Do you hear that music?"
I was just thinking I can hear a faint piano.
Is
Can I do a mystical
piano?
check?
Sure.
How close are we to these guys?
20 feet. Would you
I
roll
got a 4.
Full?
Nothing.
4? Yeah. Everything just seems spooky and eerie, like this is some kind of dream to you.
Yeah, these guys don't seem to even know we're here.
I'm gonna stand still because this is my first time even being in the manor.
This is as far as you've ever gotten in.
This is the farthest I've ever gotten in, so I'm just keeping still at this point because the music is totally different from what
Absolutely.
I thought it to be.
Yeah.
Rev actually wants to ask the doc if he recognizes what the piano music is.
Should I roll investigation or intellect or knowledge? I mean,
Sure.
whatever.
You roll anything you want.
I rolled a 12.
It's a nice. Yeah. It's Vivaldi.
Ooh.
Sounds like an old classical, really old classical artist called Vivaldi.
Rev would have no idea who Vivaldi is, right?
None at all.
Very different than a raging party.
Yeah, Rev's like, I like it. This is
You
this is
actually
a classy place.
Relatively enjoy the lightness of this music, except for the gravekeeper, who immediately hates it.
Immediately.
Grave man, is this
Gravekeeper.
Gravekeeper? Is this the music you've heard before coming from this place?
No. This is a charade. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Am I on drugs? Who's on drugs?
Rev looks at Sarge. Sarge, did you slip him something?
What if I had some ale before this? I feel like I'm in another dimension or something.
I'm gonna look at that boy and just shake my head like,
As you guys are having this conversation, as you're having this conversation, immediately the two twins in unison pop up and look up to see you gentlemen having this conversation back and forth amongst each other, literally 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Immediately, they both kind of like snap to attention, close their books, and they just go, "Welcome, gentlemen. I am Simon." The other guy just looks next to him and just goes, "I am Schuster. Do you have your invitations to Lady Jaina's gala?"
Rev goes, Lady Jaina? Who's Lady Jaina?
Lady Von Shogi.
Von Show. What the hell is this place?
You don't know the Von Shogis?
Well, gentlemen, the building itself actually invited us in when it forcefully blew us through the doorway. And my man here has a key, so I don't think we really need an invitation.
What were you saying, Mike?
I want to call that invited in, more like violated in.
Violated. On the backside. They immediately look at you all, and they point and look to each other, and they're just like, "Well, Simon, yes, Schuster. Should we let them in? Of course not. Invitation only." They immediately look at you, Gravekeeper, and they're like, "You should know. You work for the Von Shogi. Where's your invitation, good sir?"
I didn't get one.
Why not?
Did I get lost in the mail? You tell me.
What about your friends? Other
Can I talk to Lady Miko?
I just want to cut in right now and be like, "Oh, you know what? I had found that it went to another house, but we just couldn't get it to you. We didn't know where your actual house was. It was written, it got smudged on the address line."
Of course.
Of course.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Please present your invitation.
Rev wants to start patting himself down, checking his pockets to see if he just happens to have something in his pockets.
Of course. Go ahead and do a little deception, if you could, a little slick talking for Rev and for Voldo.
Yeah.
Rev rolled a 9.
Oh. They kind of take a look at you and they just go, "Oh, he probably just misplaced it. He's looking. Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time."
Yeah, I think they're in my other pants. Just give me a second.
Go ahead, Voldo.
I got an 8.
8. They look at you and they just go, you get the sense that they're thinking over what you just said, and they're thinking, "Oh, maybe he's got a point. From what town are you from, sir?"
Yeah. I'm gonna say from this one, and then I'm gonna say from I'm visiting here with my good man, and point to the guy whose ticket that I just said that we had lost. The other keeper guy.
I'm gonna look to them. I don't know this guy. I don't know him.
All right.
He's obvious. Look how he's dressed. He's obviously was just at this party. These kids keep ending up in my graveyard. I gotta talk to somebody. That's why we're here.
Immediately they see through the ruse and just like, "Oh, so you're not from here, good. What about the rest of you? From what town do you reside?"
Have you heard of Cambaron?
We have not.
That's where I'm from.
Excellent. You're not. You don't seem to be from any of the neighboring towns. Are you of royal blood?
I had a friend who was.
Interesting.
What was his name?
Otis. Kind of crazy guy, but apparently he was son of a royal guy. You remind me of him a bit with the weird voice, but probably just a passing resemblance.
I immediately feel uneasy about Rev.
Absolutely. Just like this guy knows too much and you don't know why.
Yeah.
He looks to the Sarge. "You have your invitation, sir."
Well, I arrived under unusual circumstances.
Interesting. What circumstances might that be?
I hope the corduroy suit would get me in. at the door.
Invitations only, sir. But your suit looks quite nice. Well done. For you, sir, holding the cane. Your invitation, sir.
Well, I just got pulled out of a grave on this land. And like I said, I was ushered in by the building itself, just after the door was unlocked by the man to my right.
Ooh.
It seems to me like someone with an invitation,
I'm gonna clench my shovel.
someone without an invitation couldn't get this far to begin with. Seems to me like we're pretty much past and above any type of invitation. I think you should just let us come inside. I
Ooh.
consider us to be VIPs.
Go ahead and
Persuasion.
yeah, give me a little coercion, dude, because you're obviously getting a little gnarly with that.
12 again.
12 again. They immediately are just kind of like, oh, okay, sir. Yeah, I guess we'll just well, but yeah, what do you think, Simon? For some reason I feel better if we allowed him in. What about you, Schuster? Well, we can at least go back to our book. Fine. And they turn, they pull out a key and they unlock it, and they let you in and they just go, please, our little secret.
Am I bigger than them?
You're absolutely bigger than them.
I just chuckle when they say that.
And they just go, I don't understand. Continue. Please, into the grand gallery.
And I'm gonna point to Sarge and say, all right, boy, lead the way. Let's go. You all stay in front of me. I don't want you running out on me.
I like how he picks somebody new every time. All right,
Thank
Sarge,
you, gentlemen.
you kind of push
Sarge
you.
is kind of like walking slowly into the room.
You're not getting away. We're gonna get up, find out why. Why is this happening?
Immediately, the doors open up and you enter a single file grand gallery. Thank you so much, Ramsey. That's very, very kind of you. I do truly appreciate that. That's just one way. It's a grand hallway that is adorned with pictures, paintings, fine art. That leads probably another 40, 50 feet away to another double door. And now you can actually hear the music coming through from just beyond.
I have a now. I know what I'm talking about. Look on my face.
Mm-hmm. Except the music is now, of course, some sort of box that is now wafting through the hallway into the gallery. You each go into the gallery?
Are there any other like side hallways as we walk down this?
There is not.
So is there anything at all? Can we like do an investigation if we need to? Like, is there anything of any interest down that hall?
Fine art and sculpture.
I kind of want to just herd them down towards the next door.
Okay. So you all enter, is this correct?
Yeah. Rev is curious about the music because he's still a little enraptured by this music he's never heard before.
He is. And Sarge, you seem to be, now that you're starting to hear it, much more captivated by the sounds of this tune, the sounds of these notes being played.
I'm super skeptical about going in.
Yeah, Voldo, for some reason, nothing feels really normal. But then again, you just woke up in a coffin. So everything is just kind of like off its rocker anyway.
Yeah, everything so far is weird to me right now.
Absolutely. Do you usher the Sarge in further into the gallery itself? Gravekeeper?
Oh yeah. I'm making sure that they keep moving. Like I'm just pushy. If they stop, I'm kind of lightly shoving them forward because I want to get down to this.
As you each enter the grand gallery, and you start to see this long hallway, the doors slam behind you, and you hear click. And from just outside, you hear enjoy the party. What you see inside the Grand Gallery is a long stretch of this single room that's a gallery of Lord Shogi's most prized art from all around the world, especially from his travels. Most of the paintings are extremely large, almost the size of a man themselves. On some of them, there are a few smaller pieces that decorate the walls, but mostly some of these, as well as some of the larger ones, don't seem to have a normal, consistent theme to anything. Some are a bit outlandish, some are a bit crazy, some are a bit contemporary, some are simply beautiful, fine pieces of art. It seems that Lord Shogi's maybe tastes were a bit scattered or eccentric. Most seem to be of like early Renaissance period pieces. There seems to be some small marble columns used as flower stands as well that kind of line the sides of the walls. The walls are covered with a nice sky blue wallpaper of a plethora of different songbirds that immediately to each one of you screams tacky, but maybe classy if you were like born in the time of Christ at this point. The hallway lights dim, and only some of the picture lights seem to illuminate over 4 specific differing pictures. Music now can be heard growing and growing from just beyond the other door at the end of the hallway. As you go to the end, at the end though, you find that these doors are completely locked. What would you like to do, gentlemen?
I'm gonna look at these pictures that lit up and see what they're of.
Okay. Anyone else like to do anything different from what Rev is doing?
I'm just gonna kind of stay back and keep an eye on everybody, see what making sure, and trying to see as much as I can about everything that's
Okay.
going on.
I now want to pay attention to Voldo because he keeps staying back so
Sure.
much.
Doc?
I'm gonna look at. I noticed that these paintings, these specific paintings, are lit up, and it seems odd that they're the only ones lit up. So I think I'm gonna join Rev in some kind of observing and just kind of ask him, hey, what do you think of these paintings here? Isn't it a little odd that they're the only ones lit up? And I see this pattern of 4 here, and there were 4 crows and 4 paintings. There are 4 of us, 4 graves. This is kind of strange here, Rev.
Okay.
What are these paintings anyway? Do we know? Or
Yeah, that's why I'm not responding yet.
I'll tell you here in a second. Sarge, what are you doing?
Oh, I was actually gonna check to see if I recognize like any of the locations, like in the paintings, or.
No, not really. They seem
Okay.
to be something that's very old, beyond you, and any kind of like general knowledge that you might have had. For the pictures that each you gentlemen are now like looking at, the first picture is that of a stoic owl that's perched upon a branch that has a scholarly cap, wearing spectacles, and in one of his his wings is a half-eaten lollipop.
oh,
Another one, there's an eerie house atop a hill, and in the front, sitting on the step landing, is a line of jack-o'-lanterns that follow up to the top of the staircase, up into the porch itself. And with a ghost that is sitting up at the top of the porch, looking directly at you with its finger on its mouth atop the stairs with a hushing sound. The third is a picture of a bunch of dogs playing cards around a table, all wearing top hats and smoking cigars. And lastly, is a picture of a field of roses, and on the horizon, a single tree, with 2 moons high in the sky.
Rev is going to be drawn to that field of roses with the tree on it.
Okay.
He's going to walk right up to it, like studying it, like, I feel like I know where this is.
And honestly, you feel like you do. Like just recently. It feels
like I got some bad memories about this place.
Voldo, Sarge, Doc, Gravekeeper. Do you look at anything?
I'm keeping an eye on Voldo. I'm, like I said, he keeps
I was gonna say,
he's acting suspicious to me.
Okay.
do I notice him noticing me?
Oh, absolutely. It's a notice session.
Our eyes notice lock. Yeah.
Mhm, yeah. You will lock it like, yeah. And you're
Okay.
like,
All right. I'm definitely gonna start like paying attention to him specifically
Sure.
now.
okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of slowly circle around. Start
Gravekeeper.
towards
I want to ask Gravekeeper a question.
Absolutely.
look over.
Gravekeeper
Yep.
seems preoccupied though by staring at Voldo.
Yeah.
He can answer a question. He can multitask. He is the
Uh-huh.
Gravekeeper.
I'm staring at Voldo, but I'm at yeah.
You say you've never been in here before?
First time.
All that time working for them, they never let you inside?
They always met me at the door.
And you never used that key? All the time you had it, you never used it?
Nope. The old Lord Von Shogi, he gave it to me a long time ago in case of emergency, but I never wanted to trespass on anything he did. So I never did it. And I always met who I needed to meet at the front door.
Rev, what do you think about that painting with the roses?
Would Rev remember anything before waking up in the graveyard at all, or is it all like fuzzy memories?
Everything's
kind of thing?
fuzzy memories for you guys.
Okay. Rev's just like this painting is familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. And I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
Well, I know for a fact I've seen the one with the owl and the one with the dogs playing cards before. I just don't remember where.
Rev's like
timeless
these goofy paintings. You remember these?
I can't put my finger on it, but I from when I was very, very young. Even the ghost one looks familiar, but that one I don't remember as well. This guy had some very interesting tastes, and he was very, very worldly. Very, he's been around for a while, or he has a lot of knowledge of a lot of different cultures and races, and maybe even planets, if you will.
Rev actually wants to look at the gravekeeper and go, "Where is this Lord Shogi anyway? Did you say he's here?" Or
Oh, Miss Von Shogi?
no, her dad. I guess is he alive?
Oh, Lord Von Shogi passed about 4 years ago. Nobody knows why, but he just died. And Lady Von Shogi has now become the lady of the manor. And, well, according to the town, she's no good. And all my interactions with her have been... I'm not a fan.
Well, was Lord Von Shogi buried in your graveyard out there?
He was not.
No, no. Like I said, he died abruptly, and that was it. That's all we... It is actually odd, now that I think about it, that he wasn't buried in Shogiville's graveyard, but...
Did they ever have a funeral?
Don't think about that stuff at that time.
Did they ever have a
Where's
funeral?
this Lady
for him?
Von Shogi? Maybe she can tell us something while we're here.
Good luck getting a hold of her. She doesn't even... I work for her. I can't even get a hold of her. Gotta
Is she the
work
one
for
playing
one of
the
her
piano?
handlers.
We heard this piano. Is she playing this thing?
I don't know. And
You've never heard piano playing ever coming from the house.
no,
ever.
this music is not
Yep.
anything I am pissed about. This music's pissing me off because it's not what it was before. That was pissing
Exactly.
me off.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Do I start noticing him starting to get agitated like
Yes,
that?
you do. Mm-hmm.
Alright, I want to start I'm gonna go to Doc and kind of let him know I've been seeing him kind of getting really crazy right now, and he's been like eyeballing me. I don't know. I think there's something up with this guy.
I'm just gonna kind of discreetly say, yeah, I noticed he seemed to be in a bit of a hurry to get us down the hall. I don't really get that.
Is Sarge by himself?
Yes, Sarge is by himself.
Oh,
I'm gonna walk over to Sarge.
Okay.
Be straight with me, man. What's with your two friends over there that are talking? Be straight with me. They on drugs?
I don't know. We may have I don't know if we left off at the ale house or what. I can't even remember. It's all a blur to me.
Yeah, the Sarge is like living in an eternal hangover.
I kind of get that from him.
Yeah.
And I glaze over.
Yeah.
Red actually wants to slowly move towards the door, like he's being drawn towards that music he's hearing.
Sure.
While they're talking.
Yeah, Rev is having this conversation and starts to move towards the door. Voldo is having this back and forth kind of like looking contest with the Gravekeeper. And he's trying to do his best to kind of keep his eye on everything. And then
if he's occupied, if he's preoccupied with talking to people, I want to try to kind of slowly start sneaking away or slowly.
Okay. Are you trying to get farther to the end of the room itself?
Yeah.
To where Rev is going?
Yeah. I'll just kind of no. I'm gonna actually. Can I start going? Did we come through a door?
You guys are locked inside the room.
Okay.
The gallery itself.
I'm gonna go ahead and run up to Rev, and then I'm also gonna kind of tell him what I think is going on.
Okay, so he has this conversation with Rev.
Rev is kind of preoccupied. Like he doesn't even seem to care about what he's thinking about the Gravekeeper. Because Rev is so entranced by this image and the sound that he's hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah, Voldo, I'm sure. It's yeah.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna say, okay, all votes for a new leader. Hands up.
I'm gonna slap Sarge. I'm gonna point to all the commotion between the three of them. Like, look at this. They're losing their mind, man. You and me, we got to stick together. Something's up with them. They're acting weird.
We do. This place is really scaring me.
Immediately, Sarge, you feel like this. You don't know what it is, but maybe it's just because of the stress of the situation. But you're on the side of the Gravekeeper at this point. Like he is convincing you, like maybe everybody's just on drugs and they're just crazy. And Voldo is in the corner, like pointing at Rev, pointing at Doc, and just going, "Vote for me! Vote for new leader! Vote for this guy! Cast your vote! Cast your vote!"
If Rev would respond to it.
Rev's just like, he's just like,
yeah. He's like swaying to the music, moving towards the door slowly.
I want to walk over to the Gravekeeper and ask him. Hey, Gravekeeper, I have a question. How exactly do you know that Shogi Von Shogi actually died? I mean, was there a funeral? Did anyone see him?
The whole town mourned, but there was no body ever found.
Oh. All right. So somebody just put the word.
As this is happening, though, and you notice that both doors are locked. Gravekeeper, you hear a little voice in your head, and it's the voice of that silver thrush again. And she just goes, all of you is dim-witted, as I think you are. You can go ahead and answer, Gravekeeper.
Yeah, I lost the notepad.
I feel that the morale of the group is fading. You must rally them together, for you are the gravekeeper and the hero of this story. In order to find a way through, take a look at these 4 pictures and determine which best represent Lord Shogi. And the voice disappeared.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
look to these 4. And then, one of these pictures is important.
Like that's what he got out of it. Okay.
And obviously we didn't hear any of that.
No, it's just in his head. So the
I'm gonna
He
say
says one of these pictures is
one of these
important.
one of these
I'm
pictures
just gonna
is
be
important.
like, okay, you don't say. Well, that's an interesting segue, Gravekeeper. Way to change the subject.
with the actually as he's having that, that's actually really good. Baldo just goes, and voting done. New leader, this guy.
Right here. All right. First thing, this guy's shady as hell.
This is what you've heard from the gravekeeper.
I'm gonna humor him, and I'm gonna ask, well, okay.
I want to look over the pictures and know what they are again.
The first picture that you see is that of a stoic owl perched upon a branch with a scholar's cap, wearing spectacles, and in his wing he has a half-eaten lollipop. The next one is an eerie house atop a hill that lining up the steps are a line of jack-o'-lanterns.
That one stops me.
Okay.
I stop at that one because it's making me think of what the thrush was just telling me in my head.
Okay. And at the top, you see a ghost standing at the top of the hill with its finger over its mouth as if it's trying to stay silent. The third is a picture of a bunch of dogs playing cards around a table, all wearing top hats and smoking cigars. And the fourth, lastly, is the one that Rev was nearest to, was a field of roses, and on the horizon a single tree with 2 moons perched high in the sky. And as you look at these pictures again, Gravekeeper, you hear which one best represents Lord Von Shogi.
And I'm going to point at the second one with the one on the hill, the house on the hill with the.
Okay. What do you do when you take a look at that? You investigate it?
I look inquisitively. Sure.
Okay. You all notice that he is now staring at that single picture.
Gravekeeper, what's going on, man? What you looking at that picture for?
And I'm going to point to the ghost at the top. This picture is a house of this estate, but I don't know why they would have a ghost in the picture.
Well, you said Lord Shogi von Shogi died. Is that him?
But who had this picture commission then?
I don't know. His daughter, Jaina? Why are you acting so weird?
Late nights gravekeeping. What do you think? Freaking weirdos showing up at my gravesite. Ah.
Yeah. Why are you
What's so important about that painting?
The
was that
voice
sound?
freaks me out. Yeah.
Gravekeeper, what are you doing here?
Say that again. I missed that.
Gravekeeper, What do you think you're doing here?
I'm going to point to the group of guys here. I need to talk to Lady Jaina.
You're talking to me right now.
Where are you?
Where's your invitation, asshole?
My lady, I apologize.
My lady, me?
We hear this.
Who's the bunch of jerks that you brought to my party?
They were guests at your party, and they ended up in my graveyard.
I just talked to Simon, and I just talked to Schuster, and they both said that none of you guys had invitation.
Show him your key. That's
I show him the key.
That's not an invitation.
I thought something was wrong because there's been a party going on for days, and then tonight there's not.
You're not invited to my party, loser.
I'm gonna hang my head.
Now. What about the rest of your friends? At least they dressed up for a classy party like I.
Rob's gonna like look around, trying to figure out where this voice is coming from.
It's merely just a voice that is coming from somewhere.
I'm just gonna blurt out. Usually when I wake up a couple feet underground in somebody's garden, I usually take that as an invitation to come say hi.
An invitation, you think?
Yes.
So you're telling me that you losers showed up to my party and you woke up in a grave? It sounds a little bit like that loser, Otis, has been playing games with you.
Hey, who's Otis?
I know an Otis. Kind of a jackass.
Yeah, who is he?
You know Otis.
What the hell?
And then I think I'm just gonna look towards the gravekeeper.
Rev's gonna look over at the gravekeeper. Are you calling him Otis?
Well, yes, of course. That's his name. At least that's what he
Otis.
put down on his papers.
Otis what?
Otis
Undertaker?
Mouse.
Otis Mouse?
Otis McConaughey.
No, that's sorry. I can't read your writing very well. Otis McConaughey.
Okay, Otis McConaughey. Kind of
Middle
name is
name,
that?
Matthew. So I ask you once again, why are you inside the manor?
Your door kind of sucked us in.
How
So
did
you
you
might
get
want to
in the
look at that
door?
checked out. What?
How did you get in the door?
I hold the key up.
He told me to knock, I knocked, then he opened and the door kind of pushed us in.
Interesting.
Do you know anything about that?
How did you get that key? Who gave you that key?
A wonderful man. Lord Von Shogi.
My pathetic father.
Your wonderful father.
Pathetic.
Wonderful.
Pathetic. And I like you. Needless to say, I would like each of you to turn around and go on your merry way. You are
The
not
door's
invited to
locked.
my party, and I can cry if I want to.
Okay. Crazy
Cry
lady.
if I want to.
Are you the
Yeah,
one who
your
buried
doors are
us?
locked, by the way.
I'm so sorry. What was that again?
Go ahead.
Are you the one who buried us?
Why would I do that? I'm not a gravekeeper. Seems kind of more of like a life and death thing. Or maybe you guys are just into that. Kind of a kinky thing?
What's kinky? Rev asks.
I don't know. So, either way,
Oh.
none of you guys were invited to my party. This is a party for only the rich or well-to-do. If you come with Otis, then you're neither.
I don't know them
Then why are they with you?
because I thought they were your guests.
How are they my guests? Can we not just get this cleared up? They are not my guests. You are not my friend. I should have fired you a long time ago.
I just hang my head in shame.
Rev just wants to walk up to the other doors there and start jiggling the handle, see if he can open the door.
Make a power check.
Okay. Rev's not liking this Jaina lady. Rolled a 4 on power.
Nice.
Rev, roll it again if you could.
Okay, I'll try again. That's a 12 that time.
You kick the door in.
Yes.
You kick
Bam!
it in.
It's like, okay, where's this party I've been hearing about? He shouts as he walks through the door.
Absolutely. What you guys now see that Rev is just kicked in the front door, you see the ballroom. The grand, beautiful ballroom that is completely empty. But there is music coming from the piano in the back in the corner. And it's playing by itself.
Rev's gonna turn around. You guys freaked out by this? What's going on?
Why did you do that to my door?
That was my invitation. It was on the bottom of my foot.
How interesting. So, now that you guys are here and you're unwelcome guests, you're really pissing me off right now. You're really cramping my vibe. So, this is what's going to happen. And immediately, as you look into the ballroom, all the lights completely illuminate. And you see is a grand ballroom with nice, beautiful wood plaque floors. And all the walls are completely surrounded with mirrors. And at the very end, on a second floor landing that doesn't seem to be accessible from inside this room, stands a young girl in a red dress with a red rose in her head, merely has her elbows on top of the banister and leaning over, and especially for you, Gravedigger, you know this to be Lady Jaina. Standing right behind her, in a white housemaid uniform, wearing her hair put up in a nice bun, and holding a broom, is somebody who looks very familiar to you each, almost like a dream-like, is Miko, who is standing right behind her. And then next to him, in a chef's jacket, holding a piece of loaf bread, is Walter, who merely looks at you and just goes, "Hey guys,
I'm going to point at Walter. What up, Walter?
what up, Otis? How's it going, brother?
And I put a fist up in the air to him.
What are you doing in here? I don't think you were invited to the party."
I didn't know there was a party.
Well, of course there's a party.
Yeah, I didn't know. But these four, I caught them in the graveyard after hours, buried. And I think they accidentally got buried because they were at one of your parties.
Wow. Interesting. Is that what happened with you gentlemen?
Rev's like really confused. It's like, don't I know you?
He looks at you and just goes, "I make the best bread in town. Maybe."
He does.
And from his
Yeah, do
pocket,
you
he
like?
pulls out like some rolls of bread. He just goes, "Would you like some?"
Rev's like, actually, yeah, I'd love some bread. I'm really hungry, actually.
He like tosses some bread down to you. What about you guys?
I'll
Good.
take some.
Sounds good.
I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna pocket it.
He throws it. He throws it to Voldo. Voldo like, catches it and kind of like stuffs it away.
You guys really like that bread. Eat it all. Make sure you eat it all.
As he
There
goes,
we go.
he throws one to the Doc. Doc doesn't catch it, and he throws one to Sarge. And as he throws the one to Sarge, he just gets slapped in the back of the head by Miko, and he lets go of the bread that just kind of like falls like 20 feet short and just kind of like tumbles to you. He's like, "Oh man, why'd you do that?" Miko looks at her, and just goes, "Shut your mouth, fool. This is not your party. Plus, our guests have already eaten. These are trespassers."
Rev wants to shout out, if this is a party, like, where are all the guests? This is a big old empty house.
Miko is the one I deal with the most, right?
They're all here. Can't you see them?
I look
I
around.
see 3 people up there and us.
Yeah, you're kind of missing a lot of people. Right?
And she just
I don't
goes,
like the looks of this.
"But it's interesting that you can't see all my amazing guests. But maybe they should reveal themselves a bit better for you." Immediately, the doors close behind you. Immediately, the room starts to fill up with a cold mist. And in the mirrors, you start to see visions and illusions of aristocratic people. That seems to be a direct reflection of those that should be standing in front of you. The room itself is completely empty, but all the mirrors are filled with these visions of party goers, and they seem to all be surrounding you. Now that you see my guests, and since I did not give you invitations, and since I don't like Otis, where do you think we're going to teach you jerks a lesson? Even though you were dressed for the occasion, and I do truly appreciate it, I just want you to know that I'm super pissed. Like, majorly pissed. And we're going to kick ass because we're only just trying to hang out and party like it's 1999. You jerks are trying to mess up my mojo and flow and my rep with my peeps. So, stating that, music, please. All of a sudden, the piano player is starting to play a nice little jaunty, like, doom, 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 and the visions that are coming from the group inside the mirrors now manifest in front of you each. They each have a interesting corporeal feeling, a look to it. Those inside the reflected mirror are those of beautiful, wonderful, aristocratic folks. These that you see in front of you are zombie-like versions of them. With that, each group, please roll your reactions. You're about to get the party of your life.
All
Nice.
right.
17.
5.
7.
9.
Rev, would you roll?
5.
Doc, would you roll? Doc, would you roll?
Oh, 7.
And Sarge, what did you roll?
I did that at 9.
Okay. Rev, you may go first. What would you like to do to the party goers of Shogi Manor?
How many are there? Are there just
They
all over?
fill the room.
Well, and we're in the center of the room, completely surrounded. Is that correct? Okay.
And
Rev
immediately
is
you can hear
going.
them all just go, jerks, jerks, jerks.
Well, Rev's kind of pissed off at this point. They're not invited to the party, and then they became zombies and
Rev
started
was
calling
good,
us
though.
jerks. He's pulling out his revolver. He's taking a
Okay.
shot at the first one closest by
You go for it.
with his Mauser 696 here. And he rolls a 5, which is a hit.
That's a hit.
And I do 15 damage is what I do with
Immediately,
that.
explain to us where you shoot this thing in its face. I'm sorry.
Like the closest one who's like dancing and calling me a jerk shoots it right in the kneecap to knock it down.
Ooh, and it just, its leg just explodes and it just falls down to the ground. It's kind of like going, jerks, jerks, as it kind of
Rev
like
goes, "Who's
drags
the
itself
jerk
to you.
now, zombie?"
And it just, like, everyone points at you and just goes, you.
Rev's gonna cock back his pistol again, but he's not gonna take a second shot, and he's
Okay.
gonna actually back up to be close to the group, basically.
Okay. Next up. That is Voldo or Sarge, however you guys want to play it.
Go for it, Sarge. I'll go after it.
Okay, I guess since Sarge saw that that Rev's pistol worked on the zombie, I'm just gonna unload with the shotgun on one of them.
Okay, go for it. Whichever one. Which the
Jesus.
one that he was
Oh yeah, I guess the
attacking?
one he already had.
Sure,
I
go right
guess.
ahead.
2.
Okay, that's a miss. So you go to cock and you fire, and you forgot that you had already shot one of the crows and you never reloaded. So that's the barrel that you fired. Pathetic. What else you got? Everyone now just starts to chant, loser, loser.
I think I'm gonna back up maybe at 10 feet.
Sure. Okay, immediately you back up into a group of zombies who are now wrapped themselves around you. Boldo, you are up. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to. How far away are they?
They're all around you, like literally all around you.
Okay. Has anybody?
Only one person has been hit where Rev had blown off a kneecap.
Okay, I'm gonna take an aim for that guy.
Okay.
And just get a shot of just a shot off of my lever action rifle.
Sure, go ahead.
Good God. 6. All right.
You hit. You hit with full power too. So
Yeah.
you just aim at this thing that's kind of crawling, going jerk, jerk, and you just explode its head all over the place, and some of the goop and the viscal globule just falls all over you. It's a bloody mess. Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah. So that item I have, can I use that in response?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, hang on to, I guess.
You just want to kind of like hold it and see if something happens so you can use it?
Yeah.
Okay. Doc, what would you like to do?
We're surrounded by zombies.
Surrounded
How
by
close?
these zombie aristocratic dancers. And they're all kind of
How
like
close?
moving. They can groove a little bit.
How close are Miko and them?
They're so far away it would not matter.
Oh, great. Well, I'm just gonna pray and spray.
Okay.
Try and take out as many of these things as I can.
Sure, go ahead.
Shit. I rolled a 1. Can I use the lucky luck on myself?
Yes, you can.
All right. 6. Boy,
All right.
home.
That's full power. How many people do you hit?
Well, it's 6 shots.
Okay, you're just going to unload however you want. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna blast 6 of them right in the face.
Sure, go for it. You make it happen.
With 20 points each.
Okay, you just start to pinpoint right in their head, and you just start to see their heads just explode one after the other. Pop, 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 pop. As he just like do 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 in this ballroom where it echoes. The sounds and the acoustics here are quite nice, Rev, you think?
Yeah.
Immediately, just blood, gusts, and viscous membranes are just all over the place. It's great. Gravedigger. Oh, I'm sorry.
Rev's got an umbrella to protect him from all the guts falling in.
Rev's like got his umbrella just protecting him from everything. You want to do anything else?
I'm just gonna kind of whirl around to make sure no one's getting near me and kind of get a little bit closer to the guys. That's all I can do.
Okay, Gravekeeper. You're seeing these group that you dug up are just going to town on the party.
Yeah. Are they all grouped together?
They're all over the place. They're flooding the dance floor. There's blood on the dance floor.
I'm gonna take my my lantern and I want to walk into the middle of the action.
Of course you do.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna open my glass lantern and I'm gonna use Gravekeeper's lantern and I'm gonna blow eternal flame before us all.
Absolutely.
Is he blowing it at the zombies or at us?
Oh, who
it's
knows?
everybody.
Everybody. Luckily, you have your umbrella up, Rev.
Yeah, I have my umbrella to prepare.
I got a 4.
Okay.
No hit.
That for the Gravekeeper though, Gravekeeper gets advanced accuracy because he is the Gravekeeper, so it hits.
Oh, great, nice.
Plus, it's the eternal flame. You're powerful.
Yeah.
So you just flamethrower like in a complete radius circle.
It says a 10-foot radius, a circle. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you open it up and you just blow in with your mighty lungs, and in the middle he's like a spinning flamethrower. There's all these zombies who are like going,
yeah. I totally forgot about the guys in my graveyard. I'm just trying to take care of business.
Unfortunately, it gets a little bit of some of it comes your guys' way, and Rev blocks it with his umbrella.
I got to roll if I take half damage.
Absolutely.
Or not, so. I rolled a 6. That means it's a full block.
Ooh,
so
perfect.
No damage. Nice.
What about I need Voldo and I need the doctor to just roll some kind of dodge.
Oh.
Some kind of athletics where you're gonna dodge the way of some billowing flames.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, Voldo, you like backflip like out of the way of these billowing flames. It's pretty amazing.
Take cover behind my umbrella.
Yeah, he like backflips behind Rev, but it's like so Bruce Lee that Bruce Lee couldn't even do it. What about you, Doc? What'd you get?
5.
Okay. You barely get out of the way before you get slightly singed and you have to put out some of the flames, but he doesn't get you. Sarge, I need you to roll, but you're gonna roll at a complete unfavorable because you're getting held by a bunch of zombos.
Did you say I did take damage?
You don't take any damage, no. Would you roll?
I got a 3.
Yeah. All of a sudden, the flames just come billowing towards you and just completely put you on fire. You guys turn to see the Sarge just like, oh. Luckily, the zombies behind them just get roasted and turned into ash. But the Sarge is like trying to pat himself out. What else would you like to do, Gravekeeper?
So, what is all the zombies like? Is most of them down on fire, or
everything within 10 feet of you just completely just being turned to ash?
But everywhere else, there's still zombies galore.
They're still dancing and grooving their way to you. Some of them are like doing like ballroom dancing as they move closer and closer. Jerks, jerks, jerks.
I picture the Plants and Zombies enemy. That's the disco guy just dancing closer and closer, summoning more friends that dance closer and closer.
Come on.
And where is Jaina, Miko, and
They're up on the second floor landing.
Okay.
overlooking the. Yeah,
There's no staircase up.
there
It's
is
just
none.
an overlook.
No access
Okay.
in this room.
I'm gonna look over to another big grouping of zombies,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna leap towards them. I'm gonna play whack-a-mole on one of
You
them.
do it.
6 feet deep.
You give him the 6 feet deep.
There you go. And it's a big old 1. Yeah.
Yeah, you miss, unfortunately. You jump up so high because obviously you've been doubling
My
up
calf
on leg
raises.
day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
He's
And
jacked, yeah.
You
Yeah.
jump up so high that you actually hit the second floor landing, the banister. And you slam your head and you just slam back down. You're like, ah, jeez. Sarge, take 10 points of damage as you're completely engulfed in flames.
And extreme burn.
Oh, it's only going to get worse.
Poor Sarge.
Everybody, the group starts to get closer and closer. They're like, dancing. And they're all going to take swings at you. I didn't pull out any dice, so I'm a freaking idiot. Rev, they all miss you. You block them off with your umbrella.
I got my umbrella spinning, man. Throwing them off.
They hit you. As some come up behind you, what would you like to do?
Oh shoot! That item is it one-time use only then?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay, let's use that item right now then.
Okay, what exactly do you do?
Heads. I'm granted invincibility for the rest of the turn.
Okay, so he pulls out his trusty golden coin and he flips it.
I don't actually have that coin around me.
Pie boy, roll. You have a coin? All right, go for it.
All right. Tails.
What does Tails do?
Tails, I turned into a withered old man, and your current vitality is cut in half for the rest of the turn.
All right.
Ooh,
Immediately, you see Voldo take out his magic coin and he looks at it and he flips it and he grabs it and he slaps it down. And as he looks at it, he just turns into a withered old man right before your eyes. What does a withered old Voldo sound like?
Oh God! What's going on, people?
Sounds like an old black woman. What's going on?
I don't know how to do an old person that well.
Excellent. For the Sarge, you just get hit. I'd like you to take another 10 points of damage. And for the Doc, you get hit as well. I would like you to take 10 points of damage. As they're like dancing towards you, and then they just kind of like smack. Smack. In the old words of an old friend, Skag, you get wallywop. Wallywop. They're just smacking you like a bunch of bitches. All right. Rev, you're up.
All right. Rev's gonna
You
see
turn
all his
around though
friends
to
again.
see that Voldo is a withered old man.
Yeah. Rev's gonna I guess he's gonna start unloading. So he can take up to 2 shots with this thing. So
Sure.
he's gonna take his first shot. He's gonna shoot at whatever's closest to Sarge since he's all surrounded there.
Sure, you go for it.
And that's a 5.
That's a hit.
So that hits. So that's 15 damage. And he's gonna aim at like a shoulder this time. Try to knock it back up.
This one, you just see it hits and it just explodes the shoulder and just covers old Sarge and just guts and blood and bone.
Sorry about that, Sarge. Maybe put out the fire a bit. And he takes a second shot, and it's also 5. So that also one hits for 15. So the one on the other side of Sarge, he wants to shoot in the other shoulder.
You blow its arm right off. There's There's 2 guys who are like holding Sarge with only like one hand, like with one arm. They're like, ah, but they're still dancing. They're like, yeah.
And That's so that's 2 shots. So with his bonus, he's gonna move forward and try to protect the Sarge with his umbrella to see if he can
Sure.
use his umbrella to like blow off the
Yeah. Just spit it
wings.
fast. You
Yeah,
got it.
he's like opening it and closing it at the zombies to scare him or
You
push him
remember,
away.
like from Indiana Jones and the
Yes, with the
Last
birds.
Crusade. I remembered my Charlemagne. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, yep, that's exactly what you do. It's great. And they all kind of like get pushed off. Next up is Voldo. What would you like to do as Withered Old Man?
All right. Okay, so since that was an in response from my last turn, my new turn doesn't reset at the new turn.
No, you got to flip it. You don't become an
says it-
unwithered old man.
It says it only lasts one turn.
Oh, does it? Okay, then you unwither in front of everybody, and you feel more vitality back into yourself. So you're just like, well, oh wow, that was weird.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, all right. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and take a shot at the nearest guy. Let me see. How many other guys?
There's
are on
probably
the
like 20 people out on the dance floor. They're still getting jiggy.
Is there anybody who seems to be a leader or anything like that?
They all seem to be, every now and then, moving to the sound of the piano player.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, then let's go ahead and trying to take shots at, honestly, maybe just at the piano.
Oh.
Like, right through the...
That's going to really, it's really going to tick Rand off. I mean, Rev off. But sure, you go for it. He's just kind of like, man, all these horrible people here, but the music's not bad.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and try and put, maybe go through the piano
Sure.
to hit the guy.
Okay.
5. Okay, so that's the hit.
Okay. So yeah, you fire the first one through, and you hear it just going doon 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 doon. He's just like, and he looks at you, and he's just like, oh! So he just plays around it. So he just plays all the high ones.
All right. In that case, I'll go ahead and try and take another shot at it.
You go for it.
4. Dang it.
That one shoots just high and wide.
Okay. All right.
Wait. Any enemy you hit that doesn't die places a visible mark upon them that gives advanced accuracy on that target.
You place a visible mark on a piano. I mean,
so you can't miss.
I was gonna say
that's fine. You fire away and you hit. So he's like,
clang.
He's really pissed. Now he's playing. Now it's only the low notes. All right. Doc, you're up.
I'm gonna skin my nice little cane, and I'm gonna try and decapitate a couple of zombies that are within 5 feet.
Okay, so the Doc has a sword cane.
Yes.
I always wanted one
cane.
of those.
I
I always wanted a sword cane. Yeah.
I just had one in high school.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Do you want to roll your luck thing, or do you want pie? You can use the pie save.
Oh yeah, is this the same round? Because I can only do lucky luck once per round.
No, it's a different round.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I hate to keep using it on myself, guys, but I'm going to.
No, go for it.
Go for it. It's all you.
I'll save my pie save.
He's gonna save.
Ooh, I hit a 5. That's a 5.
Okay, he got it. Go ahead.
So that's 30. It just says 30 points of damage on 2 characters. So I'm just gonna whip that sucker home.
Okay, and you're gonna unload it again. Oh yeah, the cane. Yeah, you just start decapitating people left and right.
Lightsaber those dudes.
Like slink, slink.
I take out another 2. I guess it says I can hit 2 at a time.
What are you doing to my guests? You guys are such jerks.
Your guests are zombies.
My guests are wonderful. I made them in the way that I always wanted to see my guests.
Like zombies?
They're reflections of what I've always imagined guests who would love me would look like.
Oh.
You had to make them out of something.
Oh, this
Lady, you need some higher self-esteem.
chick has issues. Well, they don't seem to like you too much.
Okay, you lopped up a few heads. What do you want to do next, Doc?
Oh, there's not much else I can do.
Okay, then it's Sarge.
Okay, like I'm gonna kind of like tap myself out and
Sure.
awesome, then like get up and then is there like a group of zombies that's about 20 feet away
Sure.
that doesn't have anyone around them or?
Absolutely. There's always somebody.
Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna use it's pumpkin time, Charlie Brown.
Yes. Pumpkin time. Pumpkin time. Pumpkin time.
That one is...
Tell them what exactly happens.
Oh yeah, I throw it's a flaming explosive pumpkin, and it could do 50 damage to all within 20 foot radius.
Flaming pumpkins. It's the great pumpkin, exactly, Kara. Go ahead and you toss them.
Toss the pumpkin. I'm like, ah!
Sure. Yeah. You just toss it, it just explodes. It's blood and gore. It's like it's a grenade. It's a pumpkin grenade. And it just explodes and just kills like 10 to 15. And unfortunately for the Gravekeeper, she's covered in pumpkin now.
Put the Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, he pulled a little Sleepy Hollow on you. What else would you like to do? You're cleaning out. You're cleaning out the dance floor.
I'm thinking. I guess I'll get out my. Well, I said that was my attack, so I think I'm gonna start it. Oh, do I notice the thing about the piano? Like the
Yeah, you probably noticed that Voldo's been shooting across the whole freaking ballroom at something.
Like I'm gonna kind of like notice that like he's attacking the piano, and
Yep.
I kind of pick up on the like how the music is changing.
Okay.
So like I'm gonna kind of move into an area that's well, I guess there's like zombies everywhere, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of move closer to the piano, like maybe 20, about 15 feet or so.
Sure. Okay. You want to do something? You have a second attack.
Oh, okay. Am I actually within range of the piano?
Sure.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do the shotgun, and I'm actually gonna. It would be neat to do the pumpkin on the.
Pumpkin the piano.
Should I do pumpkin on the piano?
It's pumpkin time, boys. Go for
It's
it.
Halloween. When else are you gonna get to do a pumpkin
when else
on
are
a
you gonna
piano?
have flaming pumpkins to be tossing?
Okay, I'm gonna lob another pumpkin over at the piano.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay. So, 8.
Well, it's only a D6.
Oh,
It does have advanced accuracy, compliments of Voldo, who gave it eagle eye vision, so it only takes 4 to hit.
oh,
Like,
oh, I got a 3.
and you miss. Unfortunately, you throw it and you short it, and it hits right near the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, how much damage does a pumpkin do?
It's a 50 damage.
50. You take half of that. You take 25 points of concussive damage as it hits right next to you and just blasts you with more pumpkins.
He's completely covered in pumpkin.
He is
now.
just completely orange. He's as
Not a
orange as
friendly
Mike
fire.
is right now. Okay, Gravekeeper, you're up. You're pissed.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
I just ripped out the flame.
And goopy.
You're
So-
weighed down by like 4 pounds of pumpkin.
Yeah. Did that do anything to the piano?
No, you didn't even get close.
Ah, jeez. And I saw him throw the pumpkin.
Yeah, you did. It's
So
flaming-
immediately, I
it's
think he's trying to
flaming
attack
pumpkin.
me.
Immediately, you have to think, yeah. He
Yeah,
was on
so I'm gonna
fire
do.
a little bit ago. Compliments of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do Gravekeeper Shovel towards
Okay.
Sarge.
Sure, I'd give it to him.
That's a 2.
Okay, so he gets up and he tries to like move towards you, but the moment he gets halfway close, he just slips from all the pumpkin all over him. He slaps down to the ground. He's like, "Oh god,
God, this pumpkin
this
everywhere."
pumpkin got seeds in my eye."
Gain my balance,
Yeah, you go for it. What do you got?
and I'm gonna take my shovel again,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna try to hit him again,
you do it.
and I missed.
You go to like swing it, and it just slips out of your hand, and you just look at your hand, and you're just like, "Pumpkin!" Oh, it's just like pathetic, man. Sarge, you have no
Rev
idea
thinks
why he's coming towards you with stuff, but he's just
Rev thinks
punkified.
he's dancing with the rest of them because he's like slipping around and throwing stuff. He thinks he's like doing a weird dance.
Absolutely.
He's one of them.
The rest start to like move, but they're moving a little bit more disjointed because the music isn't as good at this point. And immediately you start to hear, "Stop the piano," and you hear doom 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 doom. It becomes an EDM rave. Lights start going off, and all of a sudden they turn into like these just massive, gigantic zombos. They're like these alpha versions of zombos, and they dance like the Monster Mash. It's like horrible. But the Gravekeeper is like, yeah, okay. So that really nice music that was coming from the piano that Voldo had been destroying is now turned into some blaring speaker EDM from up top. Compliments of Jaina.
Now this is the party I'm talking about.
Rev, as these things are starting to morph into something, you can go next.
Rev really misses that piano music because he was digging that.
Yeah.
Can he see a speaker or somewhere where this music is coming from at all?
In John Cusack form, Walter and Miko are holding it over their heads.
Okay. Rev's gonna walk towards them like, "Turn that damn music off," and he's gonna take aim at the one in Miko's hand to try to shoot it. All right, here we go. God, I hate this EDM music, you young whippersnappers. And he rolls a 3, so he misses.
Yeah, just. You got a
All right,
second
he's
attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have 2 shots for this, so I'm gonna take a second shot at the same one.
You do it.
Damn music!
Damn hoodlums.
And that's a 6.
Oh, that's full
So
power. So it's like
that's 15. Well, mine are 15 no matter what. So 15 damage.
But it's
to her
through an
thing there.
electronic device, so it's gonna do something. It's like
I hope so.
And then you just hear, and hers is just like, ah! And she tosses it down, and you just completely shoot right through the speaker itself.
God damn it! Those are brand new speakers! I just bought them at the Shogi Mart.
Reb's like, well, learn to play better music on them, lady.
You're such a freaking jerk. You're just an old man who's out of tune with his cool and the new trend these days.
Reb's like, well, I liked the piano music earlier. That was nice.
F you, buddy.
Is it Voldo next, or do you have anything else to do, Rev?
Well, I mean, that was my main, so I'm gonna get my umbrella out again just in case somebody attacks me.
Fair enough.
Just to have it ready.
It's probably going to be the Gravekeeper at this point. He's just kind of completely losing it.
Yeah.
Voldo, you're up. What would you like to do?
So wait, are there any more zombies or anything like
There's
that
like
around?
they've now like used into like these large beasts, and there's probably like 3 of these naughty things left, and everything else is just blood, gut, and ash.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna take a shot at one of those monster conjoined monster things.
Sure, you do it.
And I got a 3, so nothing.
Okay. Does the good doctor want to spend his?
Oh yeah, let's do this. Look at the lucky
Or you
duck.
can always use a pie save.
Oh, pie save. Let's go.
Pie save. You roll it, pie. Yeah. Roll a d6.
Show me what you get.
Pie save. Pie save. Pie save. Pumpkin pie save. Pumpkin pie save. Yes. Just roll a d6. Roll a d6. Pumpkin pie. Roll the 1. Excellent. It's completely useless. Would you like to use your ability now?
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
so he's gonna go ahead and allow you to roll again.
All right. Ready?
3 once in a row.
Oh, 6.
There you
All
go.
right.
That's what we like to see.
Solid.
Thank you. One of us.
But so that's 80 damage.
Oh, you immediately just shoot this thing right through the head, and it's just like it explodes right through him, and it just kind of goes, it slams onto the ground.
Well, I like it.
Just a big gaping hole right through the head. What else would you like to do, good sir?
Gosh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hold my next one.
Okay.
Hold the bonus. Yeah.
Doc, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna bust out the Tommy gun again. I gotta do it.
You do it. You go ahead and you do it now.
Oh, roll the 2.
Okay, well I guess you can. Oh, you can't do anything. Pie
No.
safe. Pie safe. Pie safe. Pumpkin pie safe. Pumpkin pie.
I do like pie safe.
Roll a d6 pie if you're there. Please roll a 1. It'd be great.
Do a 6 just to offset the last one.
Pie safe. Pie safe. Pie safe. Come on, pie safe, or you're gonna make me have to roll it. Only a 3, and he misses as well.
Oof.
Over for old pie.
He's sabotaging us on purpose.
What else? What else could you do?
Well, you said the shooting could be a bonus or main?
Yeah.
Can I try again?
Sure. You can do whatever you want. It's Halloween.
Another 3. Damn it.
Another 3.
I just keep jamming this thing. I'll hold it up and it's like, click. Oh, shit. It's like stovepiped or something. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
All right. Sarge, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to aim at the other big giant zombie guy.
You go for
and
it.
I'm going to fight her with the shotgun.
You do it.
Here we go. Whoops.
Dang straight, Kara. He does take his job serious.
I got a 1.
Oh, everybody's getting 1. Can we get a pie safe? Pie safe. Pie safe. It's Halloween. Pie safe. Pie safe.
Pie's gonna roll more than any of us will tonight.
Yeah.
You don't even need to roll. You guys are so awesome. Because you do it. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Just roll pie. Roll a d6.
Yeah. Everybody gets 1.
6. Yay! All right. You do a shotgun attack. Who are you hitting?
Oh, it's the other big giant zombie.
How much? That's full power. How much full power does the double barrel do?
It is full power is 70.
Oh, yeah. If his blows a hole through the one with less power, yours explodes the head.
Mine had 80 power.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize. Yeah. Now you're not as you're relatively 10% inadequate to hold up. Yours does explode him, and unfortunately, it's right next to the Gravekeeper, and it just covers him full. It just cakes him full of just guts over the pumpkin.
On top of the pumpkin.
Great. What else would you like to do?
I guess I'm going to. Now, are there any more of those big giant guys?
There's only one more.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try to use my other shot on that other giant guy.
Sure, go for it.
So, one again.
Okay, that one's a misclick. Click. Nothing. Gravekeeper, you're up.
I want to look over to Sarge because I realize the source of all of this mess is him.
Yes, it is.
And I'm going to look at him, but then I'm going to look back at the abomination. I'm going to head towards him with the shovel.
You do it.
Grip that sucker, and I'm going to swing at him.
You go for it. We believe.
And I miss.
Okay.
But then I come back around. I have a bonus, and I'm going to do the same exact attack.
Okay, you do it.
I'm going to do it. Pie save.
Pie save. Pie save.
Pie
save. Pie, can you roll a d6, please?
Let the Gravekeeper do something.
The Gravekeeper pulls out his knife and starts to carve away the layers of goop that's all over. Do you have a roll, Pie? Are you there? Kira safe.
Another one.
Kira safe.
It's a one.
I did it on purpose.
Unfortunately,
Pie hates me.
Pie does hate you.
It's not been good. Not been good. You tried twice, and unfortunately,
I whiffed. I just
guy
whiffed. The wind is almost as strong as the one that brought us in here.
Unfortunately, that guy is going to grab you, and he's going to pick you up and slam you down onto the ground. And he picks you up, and as he does, you slip right out of his hand because you're just completely
too slippery.
So he's going to try to swing at you. But he does give you a good old wallywop slap. Please take 20 points of damage. Rev, you're up. What would you like to do?
Rev wants to, he's seeing all these bullets flying everywhere, and he's going to yell out. He doesn't know why. He just feels compelled to yell out, "Trick or treat, bitches!" And he manifests a gift bag of bullets or candy.
Everyone.
But it's random. So how do I choose which randomly it happens? Do I roll a d6? It doesn't tell me how to choose.
Let's roll a d6. Even,
okay,
it's beneficial. Odd, it's not so beneficial.
Okay.
You go ahead.
I'll let you all know the candy is the not beneficial one, by the way.
Oh, yeah. But people like candy.
So that's a 4, so that's even. So I guess that would be bullets, which means everybody gets plus 25 rounds or whatever.
Everybody just gets plus 25 rounds.
Bullets for everybody.
Unfortunately, the good graveyard keeper gets nada.
He gets more pumpkin. Just
more
falls
pumpkin
out of the sky.
Great. Fun.
And then I will take a shot at the other EDM blasting thing because it's driving me crazy in Walter's hands.
Wait, what's the song? What's the song that John Cusack has in that thing?
Oh, I don't know that. I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like a love song or something, right?
It's great.
And I rolled another 6, so that's 15 damage to it.
Man, that's a good speaker.
I hate this music.
Immediately, it's like, boom, 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 boom. Like, boom. And he just Walter looks at it. He's like, "Oh man!" He just kind of dropped it. And then Miko takes a look at him. She just goes, "Grab Lady Shogi and get out of here now." And Walter's like, "All right." And he takes Lady Shogi.
He's like, "Get your hands off me, you asshole! I want to see these guys burn."
He's like, "This is what I have to do." And he just kind of picks her up, and she's just kind of in her arms, and he kind of takes her off into a side room. And Miko just goes, "I don't like any of you. And look at this mess that you created inside this perfectly pristine home. And she manifests a broom and she throws it down to you and she goes, clean it up. All of you.
Damn.
No.
Hell no.
Rev looks at Sarge. He's the one who made the mess.
I do have to admit to the mess.
So the remaining monstrosity picks up the broom and starts going, oh, and just swings and whacks the gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, luckily, you're still caked in the goop, so you slide right off. It's amazing. And with that perfectly swiped, it actually just wipes about like 4 layers of goop off your face, so you can actually breathe properly now. It's gonna try to swing again. Unfortunately, the dice went somewhere I can't see. Let's just say he missed. And the gravekeeper like ducks and like does splits because he's so gooped up. He's like really like just liquefied. He's all the stuff right now. He's like Michael Jackson on the dance floor.
Awesome. Good
Rev,
call.
there's one single guy left. Doc, I do believe you're next one up because Rev did shoot the speaker. What would you like to do?
I shot
Doc?
the speaker, yes.
Oh, you shot the speaker?
He did. There is no more EDM coming from the place.
Thank God.
I'm kind of ticked off.
Well, I kind of like the intimacy of the knife or the cane sword. So I'm gonna swing that bad boy again.
Okay.
And I swung a 3.
Okay. You do have the ability to roll your little thing.
I do. And I rolled a 2.
Yeah. All right. He's like, you're just like swinging wild. Like you don't even know how to use this thing. It's pretty pathetic. It's pretty freaking pathetic. I'm just gonna have to say it. All right, Sarge, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna I take another shot at the big guy, like the big monster.
Pumpkin.
So you know what I do? You know what? I'm gonna do the pumpkin again.
Pumpkin.
As he's trying to clean up the pumpkin, you throw another pumpkin at him.
Toss another pumpkin. You do it. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm tossing another pumpkin, and I got a 5.
Do I see it coming?
Yeah, this one you see coming.
Okay.
All right, this one explodes right next to the guy, and you perfectly throw it right at him. What's the damage of a pumpkin?
It is 50.
Okay, it explodes this guy just into pieces. Unfortunately, even though you were ready for it, it still covers you completely, Gravekeeper, in just gooping disgustingness. This time, at least, it doesn't get in your face. So your face is safe. Gravekeeper, you are up. Everybody on the dance floor is dead.
I'm looking them all over. Pretty astonished. I'm going to take out my flask and I'm going to drink that sucker and calm my nerves.
You do that. What does it taste like? It tastes like fucking victory.
Yes,
Probably
exactly.
tastes like pumpkin with all that pumpkin all over.
Pumpkin
you,
and victory, yeah.
As you take your drink, and as Miko stands above on the railing, she merely looks at you all with just contempt and just shaking her head at each one of you. And she just goes, look at this mess. Look. Oh, it just makes me so angry. And as she starts to, like, reach up to her head, you could start to see that her fingers are, like, elongating into, like, claws. And her hair seems to come out of a bun and starts to grow and unfurl. And fur starts to creep all over her body. And she just goes, I'm so... Oh! She immediately turns into a freaking werewolf werewolf Miko is now standing up at the top, and she looks at you and she just goes, "I guess I'm going to have to clean up the mess of you all." And that's where we'll end this Halloween episode tonight.
Miko, it's always Miko.
I want to thank this amazing group of characters that
I
I
think she
hope
killed us.
with any luck, I can convince Lord Burger in 365 days to come back next Halloween to reprise the Gravekeeper, because he and Miko don't like each other, and I think it needs to be like an arm wrestling competition between the two or something.
It needs to be a 1v1. Definitely
It needs to be a 1v1 where they just take each other on. But
I'll probably lose.
yes.
He'll be slipping all over the place.
But then the Sarge
probably
will probably end up dying and being the new Gravekeeper. the way it's going for him. I want to thank this amazing cast, and I want to thank this amazing time for everyone who had been hanging out and just watching this kind of just crazy shenanigans of a Halloween episode here. I'm going to take off this mask because I'm sweating and burning up.
Me too.
Probably dying.
Oh my god, it was you the whole time?
It was wait, Burger? Oh,
would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you damn kids.
Thank you so much to everyone who has been here this evening. We do truly appreciate it. Thank you everyone who subbed. Thank you for everyone who did the bits and the tips. And thank you so much, Pie Boy, for all those excellent ones that you rolled.
Hi, boy.
Yeah, high save.
We truly
Up my ass.
appreciate it. It was truly amazing. I want to make first a big thank you to Lord Burger. To Burger here.
Good to see you, Burger.
It's absolutely, truly, always a gift to have this gentleman here hanging out. It's been a very, very long time, and I was very thankful that he was willing to do the Gravekeeper, who's a super freaking cool character. I didn't think the Gravekeeper would be so cool that he would be like, "You guys keep showing up to my party or to my graveyard, so obviously you're the idiots who are doing the party." That was great. I didn't expect that at all. So thank you so much, Burger. It was truly amazing.
Yeah,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Love that mask.
I got it.
Yeah,
I'm
in the
luckily I
dark,
found
you
it.
you definitely looked very, very skeleton Gravekeeper-esque. It was awesome, man.
The best part is I caught Burger flipping it up because he needed to breathe, obviously from.
Oh my! It's crushing my nose.
And he like slapped it back down. It was awesome. Thank you so much. The Gravekeeper is amazing. He's an amazing character. He's like super cool. To obviously the amazing Ran 118, my good friend Ryan here. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry, Obi-Ran Kenobi. Thank you so much.
Obi-Ran Kenobi. That's right.
The Force is strong.
My pleasure again. Yeah, I would watch Burger get covered in pumpkin anytime. It's amazing.
Come on, that needs to be some kind of GIF somewhere. Just
I like how he went to
Gravekeeper
Dex
pumpkin
Sarge.
guy.
That was pretty funny.
I know. Sarge kept blowing stuff up next to him, dude. It was great. It was awesome.
Pumpkin on the dance floor.
I thought we were gonna be friends, and then he just started throwing shit at me.
It was great. To the probably maybe the best costume this evening, Aquaman himself, Mr. Mike. Thank you so much, good sir, for destroying the very, very nice Hammond piano in the back that the Von Shogi's paid good money for.
I have to be cautious.
Excellent. Thank you so much, good sir, for being here this evening. Of course, Richard, our favorite sergeant, because he's the only sergeant you know. AKA officially now Sergeant Pumpkin. Thank you so much, good sir, Richard, for being here this evening. Ichabod Sarge, yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, good sir, for being here this evening.
You had a great time. Thanks, man.
I did like the costume as well. You guys were all awesome. And of course, as you always know, my brother from another mother, your favorite doctor next to Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Good Shano here. Thank you so much, good sir. That costume was amazing. Straight payback, like Ryan said. It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was all of $10.
All of $10? That's not bad. My cape
Nice.
cost $10, and this thing is a piece of junk. It smells of tons of dye. It's garbage. Again, thank you for this amazing cast. This is the last official RPG session of this year. We will be back next year, so I think it's safe to say from all of us to you, we want to wish you guys a happy holiday out there. Enjoy yourself. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And as always, keep it 3,000, everyone. Good night.
Happy
Thanks, Joe.
Halloween.
Happy
Peace.
Halloween, guys.